Okay, people, this is going to be my first reaction video. Like I said, in the past, I was going to do some reactional videos as into how I improve on the things of my photography. I have a video that I found here. There's other ones that I found, but it was a little bit too long. So this particular one I found here was a shorter one. It'll be a good one for my first reaction video because of that it's a short video. So this is it's gonna be something for me as well as for you guys. This first one is gonna be on using how to do bounce photography. One of the things that I do out in the field a lot of. So this is a perfect video to be the first video for me to talk about. So this one, young lady, you guys make sure you if you want to know more about how she does what she do, I recommend that you guys follow her if you would like to know more. She did a very good job as to explaining how to do some bounce photography on location. And so I'm going to be going in and out of this video, stopping just to do some quick critiques as into how I do it, opposed to how she does it. And so nothing against how she does it. I mean, she do a great job in how she do what she do, but I do things a little bit different here and there, and you will be doing things a little bit different too. So that's how it all goes. We all always critique things and fit things into our own way of doing things out in the field. So with that being said, let's get started on this first video, reactional video, bounce photography.
I'm a wedding and portrait photographer here in the New York, New Jersey area. If you like photography and want to learn more, make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell so you get notifications when new videos pop up. Bounce flash is super helpful in any kind of events or indoor area. Using direct flash doesn't usually give you a very flattering light pattern. It is about 95,000 degrees in here, so we're going to do this really fast, but I promise the concept is pretty easy. You need a flash. I'm using the Profoto A1X here, but the concepts that I'm teaching you will work with any kind of flash that you are using. It's about where you're pointing the flash, not necessarily what flash you have. So this will not work if you are in a place that has dark ceilings. Will not work at all. If you have light ceilings like this, it's going to work perfectly. This, where you've got basically a big white tent, is ideal. So these photos are probably going to look better than most bounce flash videos that you've seen because this is an ideal scenario. If you're in a building where there is some dark walls and some light walls, get used to where that light colored wall is. That's going to be your friend. Now, what you want to do is have control of the head of your flash, and you need a flash that tilts and swivels around like this. If there is only one light wall or ceiling, you're going to always point this light at that wall or ceiling. Now, preferably, I like to point it a little bit back and at about a 45-degree angle up. The reason being is it's going to bounce up that way, and when it comes and bounces back at my subject, I'm going to light their face. So depending on which direction they're turned, that's where I want to point the light. So
Now I just wanted to point out real quick in this video that notice that she's using the walls because the wall is closer to her than the ceiling. The ceiling looks like it's maybe 50 feet, maybe 50 feet ceilings, maybe higher. So it's going to take the flash a long time to reach up there, and then you're going to lose a lot of light. So she's closer. That wall that's away from her, that's maybe like a distance of 15 feet, which is ideal. So that part, I would say it's good. If the ceilings are low, I would prefer to use the ceiling. That's your first choice. Always use your ceiling first, and to tip your flash a little bit towards the hitting the ceiling and a little bit of it popping forward to your subject will uh, give a little feel like to the underneath the eyes and the nose. But yeah, I would say that's pretty good with what she's going with.
I'm going to have a lower ISO here to mimic more of a dark scenario so you can really see the flash working. So let's go ahead and take a picture without the flash on at all. Let's see what that looks like. Wonderful. Super dark and completely useless, but that's about where you want to start. When you're setting your exposure, you actually want it to look somewhat like this, where you can still see the background a little bit, but once you flash, it's going to illuminate it a little bit. Candles or other elements in the room, your settings are going to vary. So me telling you what settings I have is a little bit irrelevant, but I will tell you this. When I'm usually at a wedding reception, I'm typically between 1600 and 2000 on my ISO. I'm roughly around 2.5 on my aperture because that's the kind of look I want. And then I am as high as I can get on my camera's sync speed, which for this camera right here is 200th of a second, so that I can freeze action because I am letting ambient light into the room. I need to freeze the action with my shutter speed as well as this flash.
Okay, let's stop it right there again. So I just want to say fair use, fair use. This is my first reaction video again, guys. So what she was saying about the shutter speed and the ISO, I would say look at this video over and over again, and I would say again to start with the settings that she has. That's a good place to start. I would start with a setting of a ISO of 400 for inside in the daylight time as she's doing, and a aperture opening of about 2.8. That's a good place to start. As I say, I do groups, so I would maybe start with a aperture of about 4.0. But okay, let's get back into it.
Set to TTL. I want my flash doing the work for me, especially since I'm moving around constantly. It needs to reevaluate how bright the flash needs to be. Admittedly, the straight out of camera photos that you will be seeing throughout this entire video are a little bit dark and a little bit yellow. I really should have checked my histogram instead of just looking at the back of the LCD screen. So, lesson learned. Anyway, here's how I edited them in Lightroom, just brightening them up, adding a little bit of color adjustment, and smoothing out the skin. I hope you like them, and let's get back into how I got them. All right, so Juliana is going to keep her face towards this direction, which means I'm going to point my light towards that direction. Now, again, if you only have one white wall, one light colored wall, your choice is to point your flash at that light no matter where you're standing or where your subject is. If you have control, you might want to plan that out. All right, let's go ahead and take a shot. Wonderful. So this looks pretty good. I'm going to come in a little bit closer. I'm actually going to raise my ISO a little bit because my flash power was at 10, meaning it's working pretty hard. And me raising the ISO will help my flash not have to pump out so much light.
Okay, I really
Right.
like the way
So
she has her settings, where you can see the settings that she has on her camera. So I would say, yeah, I think I heard her say that she starts with a for her events at 1000 and between 1000 and 1600 ISO. I would say a good way to start is how she had it on her camera then would be 320, especially if there's light coming into the place. And 2.8 is where I like to start because 2.8, I do a lot of groups and people together. So I'm between 2.8 and 4.0. Make sure you guys bring a model out before your event starts if that's what you're doing. And like I'm doing events photography, bring a model out, do some sample photos before your event starts. Let's get back into it.
as you can see with this photo, the light is towards and going into her eyes. Now I'm going to have her stay that way. And if I take this flash and I point it the other direction, let's look at what it does to the light pattern on her face. Turn your head a little more that way. Yep. Good. Now the light pattern on her face, there's no light in her eyes, and the only thing I'm really lighting is the side of her nose here, as opposed to before. Look how gorgeous that light is on her. All right, now the same thing happens whether you want to go horizontal or vertical. So you're gonna get used to playing this game of moving your flash around. I've got a lot coming for you, but first, a little freebie. Download my free posing
Okay, I think I'm gonna
inspiration
stop it
guide.
right there, good people. I think that's it. That's about it. That's close to the end of the video. I just want to let you guys know that please follow this young lady. I think her name is Vanessa Joy. She does a lot of good work. I really like the. I've seen a few more things that she does. She do a very good job of what she does. But anyway, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be doing some of this my own reactional video. I'm sorry. I'm going to be doing some of my own videos out there as to how I do my photography. I want to do my own thing like that. I'm new at this guys, and never think that you know it all. We look at these videos to improve ourselves. It's a it's a good attribute to have to be able to look at what other people are doing out there and to improve upon what you do yourself. Never think that you know it all and that you can't grow anymore. Always looking out there to see what other people are doing, network or whatever, to sharpen your skills. So, I'm gonna stop it right there. You guys comment, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up or a like, and I shall see you guys out there in the YouTube streets. Until again, peace.